Hi, this is Ron McTube. Today on the Hunter Colour Wild, we're here to take a look at the recap that's just gone out for the live stream done by Jaxybeard and Expansive Worlds. Here he is showing his first look at Emerald Coast, Australia. That was the map. He had a little fly around showing us the different biomes around the map. He didn't want to spoil it all, but he was showing us what the lay of the land looked like. And you could tell there was a lot of difference. This is sort of like open farmland. Then he went down a river system. Looks really nice. He said the team have been working on this for a lot longer than any other map. So it looks like it's paid off and it looks like it's going to be a brilliant update. Can't wait to see what we've got in store. Next week, it's only 1 week till the update, 20th of June. Now, Jax was explaining while I was flying around that there's going to be different biomes. He says there's 4 distinct areas. He's also explaining that there's missions and side quests, which is going to please a lot of people. People do like the missions, so can't wait to have a look at those myself. Now, here's another area we just flew to. It's really good having this camera, the dev camera. It helps you understand that all the different areas, all the work that's been put in. You can see it yourself by flying over, so it does really help. So thanks for that, Jaxie. Then he seemed to move to sort of like the middle of the map and he moves down a river system, and we actually got to see some fallow deer which have been remastered. They've got rework of the furs and you'll see them in a minute. He showed us a few. He didn't want to spoil the map, so he was showing us sort of just little teasers of what's to come, and it is looking nice. If you're from Australia, drop in the comments what you think of what you're seeing. Do you like it? I want to know all about it, especially from the Australians, because they've been wanting this map. Everyone in the community has been wanting Australia for a very long time. It's one of the most popular maps, but I especially want to know from the Australians what they think of it, obviously because they live there. But these are the fallow deer. You had a little brief look at them. We've got a fallow deer great one coming soon. I'm going to get a guide out for that soon as well, for Emerald Coast. I've got lots of guides in the making, so don't worry about that. Also for Tiawara, I've got another one in the making for that. Then he had a look at saltwater crocs. They're bigger than alligators, more aggressive. They can be on land as well, and they're very aggressive. Then he went down to a mangrove system called Tambar Coast, and this is it now. Looks really detailed. I love how the mangroves look. We'll have a look at those in a minute. But it was just flying over, showing you this part of the mangrove system, and we actually got to see magpie geese flying for the first time. They look cool. Can't wait to hunt those. That's another one I'll have a guide for, ready for release. So he went on saltwater croc hunt for the first time, and here he is in the mangroves. Now you could hear the saltwater crocodiles hissing either side of him, and there's a lot of them by the sounds of it. It's going to be a lot of fun to hunt, and they are very aggressive. But he was saying how much money you can get from shooting these, and he was saying, like, imagine if you got a shotgun and you're just going through all these mangroves shooting these, how much money you'll get, and it'll be a lot of fun. But they attack you from all kinds of ways, so I can see this being a new favourite amongst the community. He was using a Malma 7mm, which seems like a good choice. Very powerful, 3 shots. But as you can see here, when you spook them, they go in the water and they drop down on the bottom and then chill out for a bit. But he was getting attacked by different crocs as he's moving through the mangroves. Let me know what gun you're going to be using. They're class 7, so you can be using something big. Let me know what's going to be your saltwater croc gun of choice. I think I might actually use the Malma as well, the 7mm. Sort of nice balanced. You've got 3 shots. Reloads a little bit quicker than 338, so should be a good gun to use for smashing these saltwater crocs. But shotguns, like you were saying, that could be a really good option, especially if you're getting attacked by a few at once. But these are the mangroves, he's moving through them. We could hear magpie geese flying over as well. Now he collects one here, and we're going to have a look at the trophy screen. That has been reworked as well, but you can see they seem a lot bigger than alligators, and if you look at the weight, they're a lot bigger than alligators. Also, if you shoot one in the water, they will float back to you, so that's good to know. He shot an olive variant and it weighed 888 kilos. That was the biggest one, so that's nearly double the weight of an actual alligator. So the saltwater crocs are a lot bigger. He's having a look at one close up. When you move to a different area, we've seen this splash screen showing the magpie geese. And if you look, that's the areas where the saltwater crocs are. So it looks like that's where we're going to be hunting those as well. So he moved on to a different biome and he started to show us some of the rare varieties. These are sambar deer. There's piebald, mela and albino variants from what he said. But he was using a dev tool and says some of these might not be exactly as what's spawned, but they do look nice. I love the albino one and the piebald especially. And he showed us some rooster rares as well. It's nice that we know that what some of these variants could be, and some of these dares are going to be very popular indeed. But some of the piebalds look better than some of the other variants. They've done a lot of work on the fur. Now next is the rooster rare fur variants. He spawned a few of these in to show us, and they do look absolutely stunning. Like I say, the devs have put in the extra work this time. They've had the extra time, you can tell. The furs look amazing. The species list is brilliant. The map is looking stunning. This is going to be one of the biggest updates since Color Wild came out. So this is going to be very, very popular. And a fallow deer, great one. It is just like the cherry on the top. Now he went on to show us banteng, and he showed us some rare fur variants of those. The albino one especially looks amazing, and I can see a lot of people are going to be going for one of those. He did comment on you're going to need a big gun for these and they're going to take some knocking down, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, but that looks stunning. Can't wait to get one myself. Definitely will be going for one of those if I can find one. Then he moved on to something I didn't think he was going to show. It's a stubble quail, but what was special was he showed an albino version of it. Now, like bobwhite quail, an albino one is like one of the rarest animals in the game. So if you ever see one of these, it's probably unlikely, but that's probably going to be the only time you ever see one because they're that rare. And it's a super rare trophy, so I can't wait to try and get one, but I can't see that happening. They are that rare. Then he moved on to the hog deer. Now, I don't know a lot about these, and he was saying he doesn't either. Apart from what you've researched, watched a few videos on YouTube. If you're a hardcore hunter in Australia and you hunt these, let me know all about them. I'd like to know myself. I always like to know about the animals in real life, what's in the Hunter Color Wild. He did go on to try out the Zargan Varminator in a minute. Now, the hog deer is class 3, as you can see, so that's nice to know. The Zargan Varminter is a class 2 to 4 rifle, so it's ideal for these, and that's what he was trying to show us. He did shoot one in the lungs from close range. He got a single lung with it, and we'll just have a look at that in a minute. But it's nice to see, and he also showed the iron sights in a minute, and it's a 5 mag weapon. He did say from the single lung it had run about 100 meters from the Zargan Varminter. Now it shows us a trophy screen, as you can see. Looks very nice. There's a lot of deer variation on this map, so I can see it very popular with deer hunters. And he went on to show us the iron sights and the reload animation for it. Now, what I want to say is, starting from Friday this weekend, there's the Content Creators Weekend. I've been wanting to tell you, but I can't. I can only say certain things until they say I can. And I'm in it, and lots of other content creators are in it as well. But I've got so much content ready for you to watch. So I've got loads of guides made, and I'm going to have lots more made. So if you want to see any content, let me know in the comments, because Ron's busy at the minute. I'm also in sweltering heat. It's nearly 30 degrees right now at my PC. I'm sitting here with a soaky wet towel on my back, keeping cool. But yeah, it's very hot, but I don't mind. I'm getting the content ready, and like I said, I'm going to have all those guides ready for you. So as soon as it launches on June the 20th, I've got you covered. But that's all I can say up to yet. But watch out for this Friday. So to finish off the stream, Jax had a little flyover, and it was a really good stream. Jaxy did well, and follow the Expansive World's social media channels if you don't already. You do learn about things first. But this is our first look at Emerald Coast, Australia for the Hunter Color Wild. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Ron McTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channels, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.